at using Google Meet in place of Zoom to connect with students. There is no time restriction using Google Meet. However, there is no record button. So I will tell you that if you need to record it, you need to do Shift-Command-5 and do a screen recording. I will include a video on how to do that. The first time you use Google Meet and it runs from your Google Classroom, right here on my screen it says join. The very first time it will say generate link. And then it will ask you if you want the link visible to students. So what will happen is they will have the ability to join right from Google Classroom, and I'll show you that view in a moment. So if I start my Meet, and say join now, my Meet has started. Students in Google Classroom can hit their camera icon and join, or you could put the link in the stream as well. So let's take a look at some of the features. So first of all, under more options, you can change the visual effects, so you can create a different background for yourself if you wanted to, or you could just blur it. So if we're doing this from home and you don't want your home visible, you can just pick a background. So I'll show you that first. And now I will shut off my camera. So down here at the bottom, we have microphone on or off, camera on or off, closed captioning turned on. So you could choose to use this or not use this, up to you. Turn it off for now. We have reactions, so thumbs up and such. Presenting, screen sharing. So that's the same thing in Zoom. The first time you go to do this, I would test it ahead of time, and if you run into any trouble with permissions, reach out to your building technician. They can assist you. So when you click Present Now, it's similar to Zoom. You can decide what tab in Chrome you want to share, what window, or your entire screen, and then just click Share. Again, you might end up with a permissions issue the first time through. Reach out to your tech and do this before you would need to use Google Meet for the first time. Here under the I would be your meeting details, but you honestly don't need this because in Google Classroom, once you start the Meet, they can join. This shows everyone in the Meet. You can mute participants if you want to. Here is the chat. Here are additional activities, which there's a whiteboard that you could pull up. And then there are host controls. So you can go through these. I would keep this on restricted because that way it keeps you within Google Classroom. So now we'll flip over and see what this looks like on the student iPad. All right, from the student point of view, if they're in the Google Classroom, in the upper right corner is a video icon. So they're going to select that, select Join, and then they're in the call. So let's take a look. I'm tapping the screen and then I get the functions at the bottom. So I'm going to turn off the video. This allows me to mute my microphone. This allows me as a student to raise my hand. Here is where I can see the chat. And then basically, that's all I really need to be able to do. So they do have the ability to share their screen. They can show the closed captioning if you have that enabled. They can use the emojis, and then pretty much that's it. So when they're finished, they leave the call. To screen record, I'm going to hit Shift-Command-5, and then I get these options at the bottom. This will allow me to record my entire screen, This would let me select a portion of my screen. My options are, what microphone do I want to use? The built-in one, most likely. Do I want a timer delay? Do I want to show these options? And then, so my Google Meet is running and I hit record and it does a countdown. So now it's recording whatever I have on my screen. And then when I'm done with the Google Meet, I hit up here, I hit stop. And then this screen recording will save and you can upload it to Google Drive.